In this video, I'll be showing you how to put together this gorgeous DIY Christmas wreath, and it's made mostly with Dollarama items, so stay tuned and I'll show you how it's done. So for today's project, you're going to be needing around 5 or 6 rolls of deco mesh in whatever color that you like, hot glue gun, some lights for decorations, scissors, pipe cleaner, a bow, a door hanger, a decorative sign to place in the middle of the wreath, and a wreath frame. This one I already came with garland on it, and the reason why I really like these is that it adds a lot of volume, but you could just use a regular wreath, and I'll make sure to put a link below. I did get all of these supplies. You can find all of these supplies at your local dollar store, but you can also get them online at Amazon if you like shopping online. So your first step is to take the pipe cleaners and cut them in half. You'll be using these for tying your bundles, and then you're ready to get started preparing the bundles. So just remove the mesh from the wrapping, and then to make a bundle, it's really easy. You just go 1, 2, 3, and then you cut along. You set that to the side, and then you repeat that 2 more times. So now that you have 3 parts, and you can mix and match too. You can add some red and green, or you could just do one color at a time. I'm just working, my wreath is just going to be red and white, so the base is just going to be red. So now what I did is I'm rolling these up, and I put them between my pinky and that finger just to keep them secure. And I'm rolling up the 3rd part. So now you want to form an X, and then you put the 3rd one down the center. And then you take your pipe cleaner and you just give it a twist to create a bundle. And these are the bundles you're going to use to make the base of the wreath. So you're going to need 10 per quarter, so 40 in total. And if you've been enjoying the videos I've been putting out so far, make sure to subscribe and comment below if you have any recommendations or questions. I'd love to hear back from you guys, and I make sure to answer all the comments. So I've got all my bundles now, so now I'm ready to get started making my wreath. So I'm just going to start by putting one at the top. So what you do is you take the little ties that are left over, and then you just shoot them through the frame, and then you just give them a twist behind. So I'm going to put one at the top, at the bottom, and here to mark off the quarters so I can see what I'm working on. So now I have my 4 quarters. So now I want to put the rest of the bundles in between. So you're going to be putting 9 bundles per quarter. And all you have to do is stagger them. So you put 1 to the right, 1 to the left, and then you go right and left. And that way it adds more volume. So here you can see I finished the wreath. I actually added a lot more bundles than the 40, just because this mesh is really thin. So I probably added another 15 bundles. So just eyeball it. So now I'm going to move on to the next step. So that's adding the lights. So you can use any kind of lights that you want. Fairy lights are nice. I just picked these up because I thought the white would be a nice decoration in contrast to the red. So I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm just going to lay them out so they form a circle. And I'm just going to tuck the battery pack into the back. So now that I like the placement of these, I'm just going to use pipe cleaners to tie them down. So I'm just going to give them a little twist and then go down through the frame, just like I did with the bundles. So now all of the balls are in place and they look really pretty. And I also went ahead and put some batteries into the lights, and then I just held it down with the twist tie. I decided not to hot glue it in place just because maybe in the future I may want to change the lights if they burn out. So I'm just going to turn them on so you can have a look, and I think that looks really pretty. So now the next step is to add the sign in the center. So what you want to do is take some full-length pipe cleaner. So since I cut all mine up, I'm just going to twist them back into a single piece. So how I do that is I'm just folding them over a few times and then twisting them together and then folding them again. So now, so since this is a snowman and it's longer than it is wide, I'm going to put the pipe cleaners on the top and on the bottom. So how you do that is you just place some hot glue here and hold it in place till it dries, and then that gives you some ties to affix the sign into place. So now I'm just going to wait for this to dry. So now that the sign has had some time to dry, I'm going to attach it to the wreath. So you just take the pipe cleaner and shove it down into the frame, just like you've done before with the lights and the bundles. and then you grab the ends and give them a twist. So now this is all done. So now the last step is to add the bow. So what I did is I went ahead and I put the bow on, but because of the size of the bow, and it was already wired in the back, so I just put it on the same way I did with the rest of the things. So what I did is I did move the lights around to give the bow more space because it has so much volume to it. And I also moved the centerpiece up so it sits more at the top of the wreath than in the center. And that's so that you could still read the Noel. So now the wreath is all done, and this is such a fun, easy project. It costs less than $20 to buy all the supplies from the dollar store, and it probably just takes around 20-30 minutes to make. So this is a great activity to do with your family, and I hope that you enjoyed the tutorial, and make sure to comment and like and subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.